Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Who was that?
Who are you?
How did you get here?
Where am I?
We do this every time we have guests.
I like this guy.
And I love it.
How did I get here? What have you people done to me?
You were transported from the comfort of your living room to participate in an experiment.
That's so funny because that's like exactly what Chris did.
Did he say that too?
How'd I get here? I mean, I was kind of in the middle of a game of Fortnite, but I guess, you know.
This is cool too,
this is fine.
All right, fine. It is another episode of Goose Chase. We are back for another week. We have special guests.
You do.
Our special guests are Ben and Aubrey.
They're very
Yes.
special and very guesty.
Yes.
Aubrey's been on before. She did that wonderful episode on time travel.
Yes.
And Ben is here today.
Yes.
And I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, this is your first time on Goose Chase, right?
This is my first time being on Goose Chase.
Yeah,
It's
Ben has cool stuff to talk with us about, too, which you probably
Yes.
already know what it is, but we're not going to talk about it yet.
I like that when we have guests on, we kind of give people the option of like doing the research or doing something else if they're not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, our guests opt to do the research, which I think is awesome.
it's fun.
It's nice because, you know, everyone brings something to this show that wouldn't have
Right.
existed without them coming here, which I
Well,
think is really cool.
I mentioned it to you guys earlier, but my friend Adam suggested the wrestling topic, and he jokingly was mad at me for not doing the research myself. But as I told him and as I told you guys, that episode would not have been as good if I did it. It would have been different at the very least, and I don't think I would have been as thorough as Chris was.
Yeah.
And that was a really good episode, and I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
like
'cause,
I
like-
listened to it, and I enjoyed hearing the story again as I listened to it.
Nice.
Yeah, because like wrestling's a thing that Chris is pretty passionate about.
Right.
So like he kind of brings like, you know, I think when you do research on something that you're really passionate about, you can bring your own personal viewpoint to it.
Yeah, and
feel pretty confident in getting it.
I think that's the kind of topic that really benefited from him having a lot of just knowledge because it's something he knew
Sure.
about, because it's something he enjoys, because he had a good jumping off point.
Yeah.
Like he knew, okay, this is the event, but also I need to include this and this so people who aren't into wrestling understand all these dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have had to do a lot more work to get there, and I don't think I really would have gotten quite
That's a
there in the same way.
I was kind of bearing that in mind when I was researching this because it without giving it away yet. I don't know if you guys do like a big reveal or
We usually wait to mention the topic until right before we do it.
yeah. Well, without giving away what actually it is, I can tell you it has to do with video games because I think of my colleagues on the Three Dudes show. I think I probably play the most video games.
Yeah,
of
you bring the
three of
most
us.
video game stuff to the table.
I really like video games. I've been playing them since I was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
I think my very first one like literally was Pac-Man. Like,
Really?
There's a Pac-Man cabinet in the Canfield Perkins there.
I think my first one was one of those like Sears plug into your TV Pong sets where you just had the wheel and like that was it.
Yeah.
My first
That's it.
ones were the golf ones with the rollerball.
Golden Tee.
Golden Tee
Yeah.
and pole position at the Eagles.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I loved Golden Tee.
I remember
Lee Carvalho's
playing,
putting challenge.
Duck Hunt at my cousin's house.
Yeah.
And then we had a Commodore 64, and basically its only purpose was for us to play bad games on it. So there was one where you just like, you created a face, like you just like designed a face, but it didn't look like a real face. It was just like a flat
Yeah.
computer screen face, and you gave it different features. I remember that.
It was like Wooly Willy.
Kind of, but it was in computer game form. So it'd be like, press L to give them this shape eyes, and press this to give them this feature. It's something like that. It was a long time ago, and I was pretty young.
It sounds like a super high-tech Wooly Willy.
Right, and then there was another game.
I'm thinking like less Wooly Willy and more like Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just interchangeable parts.
There was another game that I've talked to you about it multiple times, David. I always forget the name of it.
Okay.
It's you're on like a magic carpet, and there's like these like diamonds that you're like flying through and you're having to navigate through, and it was really super fun.
This sounds more like a dream that you had than a video game.
It is a real video game because I had to look it up to confirm that it was not a dream I had and it was a real game.
We did look it up, yeah.
Yeah.
We've proved that it exists. But it does kind of just sound like I had this weird dream.
It's like I was really into Aladdin and I had this
flying
dream.
through diamonds in space.
That's what it does sound like, and that's what the game was like. But it is real.
Yeah. Yeah, gosh. I feel like my earliest video game experiences were definitely that Pong thing. And then, like I got like a Nintendo Entertainment System as a young kid and got to play Mario with my dad.
Yeah.
It was freaking awesome.
I had a Game Boy, and that for a long time was the only game system like we had as kids.
Gosh, excuse me.
Because my dad was not into like video game systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my brother eventually bought himself an original PlayStation. And then everything after that, he always bought it for himself. And then the PlayStation was given to me.
Yeah.
10 years later.
Yeah.
When he finally upgraded.
I didn't get my first console till I was 11. It was the original PlayStation 2, and I still have it.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I have a couple of PlayStation 2s laying around here. Like, at least 2 of which are mine. I don't know why I have so many PlayStation 2s.
Ben has his, and I have mine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I found
they're
mine.
yours.
It's got my memory card in it and everything.
Isn't that like wasn't that like the most selling console of all time?
it is the highest selling console of all time.
It's those motherfuckers are built to last.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
The only problem I ever had with my PS2 was at one point the system switched off, and I was perplexed. I rebooted it and realized that the fan in the back wasn't working. So I just gave it a little smack, and it started working, and that's the only problem I've ever had with the PS2.
You mean to tell me you Fonzied that thing?
it?
I Fonzied my PS2, yeah.
God.
We were just talking about this last episode.
We were. Just like nowadays
How the
everything being
kids
so...
wouldn't understand it.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
and,
never going to get that. You used to be able to smack shit that started working
Yeah,
again.
basically gone are the days when you had like actual moving parts that a good, quick, swift smack would actually do anything.
Like banging on the TV, like that doesn't work now.
Also, blowing into cartridges. Kids today will not understand blowing into cartridges.
We're like in our 30s and we're officially way old.
Oh yeah,
You realize that, right?
Super. I was just telling my coworker that occasionally I'll like see something someone posts on Facebook or hear someone talking and be like, oh man, they're so old. And then in my head, and then like realize like, no, they're fucking my age. Like, you are not 18.
Yeah.
Because like I just am in my head. Like I have not aged in there.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm like, oh man, they're so old and pathetic. And I'm like, I'm old and pathetic. When did this happen?
Congratulations.
You're
You've
old
arrived.
and pathetic.
A horrible realization.
Podcast dog is complaining, and I'm not sure why. Get out of here. Go, get out of here.
Podcast
Go
dog.
somewhere else, podcast
there's
dog.
a lot of wires down there.
Yeah,
You're
go
stuck.
somewhere else, podcast dog.
Go over here.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Get out from
He
under
likes
the...
to hide under the table and then he gets whiny.
Yeah, I don't like this. I might have to boot him out of here in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's being
Yeah.
too groany, and we just started.
There's too many people.
Yeah.
So we have an RC Cola in the room. That's noteworthy.
We have two.
We are
And a
Green
Vernors.
Party soda drinkers in this house right now.
They were on sale.
Yeah, I'm with the RC, actually. We drank like a number of RC
gotta
Colas.
say-
It ain't bad.
I don't
Are
love
you
it.
about to talk shit about RC Cola right now?
I try not to do a lot of cola anyway, and I tend to be like a Dr. Pepper or a root beer person.
I'm a pepper.
not
You're a
more of
pepper.
like a we're pepper people. I'm not real into just like plain colas like Pepsi or Coke. There has to be something added to it, like cherry vanilla Pepsi
Like
is
bourbon.
the best.
Cherry,
Bourbon really
a
helps.
healthy serving of alcohol does help.
cherry vanilla. I like cherry vanilla Coke, though.
Oh, the
They
Coke.
make cherry vanilla Coke?
Yeah,
you know, they
used to. It's hard to find.
I gotta
Okay.
I gotta find a place that still sells vanilla Coke because I know it's still out there. I know vanilla Coke is still
Sparkle
out
has
there.
vanilla Coke.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're you mind taking a detour on the way home? As if they're even open. If not, I'll get some tomorrow. I don't need Coke this late in the night.
But you're not feeling RC is what you're trying to tell me right now at this
It's-
table. In front of God and
I
everyone.
don't hate it.
It's not as good as
God's
Coke,
not
but
real,
it's
it's
okay.
It's drinkable. I'll drink it. It's just like I'm
is
not
dead and we
already
killed
not
him.
that into
RC.
with my
It's drinkable.
RC hating. That's her tagline.
Your system will process it.
RC,
won't kill you.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. RC, it won't kill you.
Dave and I are just the same person now. This podcast is going to be
You
really
are.
boring.
Rendered super weird and thoroughly undateable by each other.
The other day, there were like 2 things in a row of like dumb, stupid things I said in response to something else, and he's like, "I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's like
I knew you were going to say that." I was like, "Why do I even talk?
it's like
Why am I here?"
It's like one of those things where I can't use a particular word, and I have like I'm developing a map of them in my head now.
It's got a codex.
Like if I know that if I say certain things, there's a punny response coming, so I almost try to avoid them, but I can't do it all the time. It's a tightrope.
Dave's sentence structures get really strange every now and then, and you wonder why he's like avoiding the obvious word choice. It's because of me.
Case in point,
I did that to his brain.
Case in point, I can't use the phrase halfway there because I know something
we're
like that
living
is
on a
going to
prayer.
happen.
Yeah, see, I live with the exact same thing with him.
Yeah,
I understand, but
it's a tightrope.
The other one I
I've
like
just
to do?
embraced it.
We can't describe anything as super and then
Oh my
the
God,
thing
that
because
was the one.
I will always say I prefer the soup.
Yeah. Super fun, super great, super whatever. I prefer the soup.
Wah, wah.
And then what was the other one?
I don't know.
If you describe, it's like you describe something a certain way, and then I, like, oh God,
this is
I
on the
can't
tip of your
remember
tongue.
it. It's like not kick ass, but it's something like that. It's
I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking of.
I will put the emphasis on the wrong thing on purpose, and it annoys him, and I love doing it.
It's sweet ass. So if I like, oh, that's a sweet ass picture. That's a sweet ass picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't ever. And that's the thing is,
Do you twist her head off?
I'm good. Well, just grab the head and twist about 180 degrees and just lift. If it doesn't come off, I give up usually.
This is these are linguistic tricks also very commonly used by the Sugandese people.
Sugandis?
Sugandese nuts.
I knew you were going to. God damn it! I have to say the worst instance of punnery is still like, what was it, a couple of weeks ago on the Dude Cast, the cow puns that would not stop.
Oh man, I was laughing so hard listening to how angry you were.
I need to catch up on the Dude Cast.
I was with it for the first like maybe 10 minutes until eventually I was like, it won't stop, and I'm just eventually yelling, no!
Praying for bovine intervention.
Like that.
Ben is our
Resident pun master.
he's our resident pun master.
I do my best. Resident Pun Master 2.
Pun master general, you might say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have any other updates, things to catch up on?
I don't really think so. I think this has been a good intro.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that there's something that people have been waiting for.
People are waiting. Oh, why, you wouldn't happen to mean the game that's taking the internet by storm.
I would happen to
Our
mean
world
that game
famous-
that's taking the internet by storm.
The game that everyone's playing all the time everywhere, and we started it.
I'm really happy I get to play this.
You're referring to Trues and Fnews.
It's time for Trues and
A Merv Griffin production.
It somehow gets worse every time.
Last time I did a different kind of jingle for it, but I still didn't like it as much. So I
like this,
reverted.
I like this jingle. I was gonna sing it with you, but I was like, wait, she did it different last time. I don't know if she's gonna do it the same this time.
Actually, it would have been really great if you guys went in completely different directions, and then I just I don't even know what the But anyway, yes, we're playing the Trues and Fnews True News False News quiz, the game in which I present to Christy 2 false stories, 1 true story. She has to discern the truth from the fnews or the true news from the false news.
Yes, and
Kinda
also
fucked
you're
that up.
No, you did
presenting
pretty
it.
good.
You're presenting it also to Aubrey and Ben, who don't know the correct response either.
Right.
Yeah,
I like it when we do this with guests because I like.
These are gonna be new to us.
We're gonna, we
Now-
might get some different reactions, or you guys might all go, no, that one. So
Last week, I stumped both Dave and Chris.
yeah, you did.
And
got
they
it.
both chose the wrong
You got
one.
it?
Like they both chose different ones.
Yeah, right. Which actually is like the ultimate Trues and Fnews.
I was very
bust,
excited.
Is if you get two people, like two separate false news guesses. That's like the best you can do as the host.
It means both false news guesses, both false news headlines were very solid,
Yes.
and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. Well, I think out of respect for the game, we should go with the answer we actually think, as opposed to each of us picking a different answer.
Yes,
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
If you guys
No,
all
I
line
think
up,
we try
yeah.
to do that.
If you line up
anyways,
good,
yeah.
if you don't, then don't. You definitely
Right.
guess what you think.
Right.
Are you ready to discern the Trues from the Fnews, my contestants?
Yes.
Yes.
I sure am, Doc.
All right, here we go.
Phlegm.
Phlegm. Number 1. A New Jersey superintendent accused of pooping on the high school track has resigned his post, but is also suing the police for $1 million in damages.
Wait, he's suing the police for damages?
Yes.
Okay.
2. VR game developer Spasmonauts announced a 2019 launch of a VR game where you cook for Gordon Ramsay and he increasingly berates and humiliates you across 20 challenging levels.
These are good.
Number 3. Monday, a sinkhole began swallowing up the Missouri House of Representatives, but it is so large and widespread underground that the House Speaker has said on record, well, what are you going to do, and proposed the building of a replica state house.
Okay. Well, let's have a recap because that's what we do.
Yes. All right. Well, let's hear 'em one more time. Flemmy. Flemmy. Number 1.
Ian Fleming.
Number 1. A New Jersey superintendent accused of pooping on the high school track has resigned his post, but is also suing the police for $1 million in damages. Number 2. VR game developer Spasmonauts announced 2019 launch of a VR game where you cook for Gordon Ramsay, and he increasingly berates and humiliates you across 20 challenging levels. 3. Monday, a sinkhole began swallowing up the Missouri House of Representatives, but it is so large and widespread underground that the House Speaker has said on record, well, what are you going to do, and proposed the building of a replica state house.
Oh man, those are really good, Dave.
Felt
I
all right
think
about
I
this
have-
one.
I think I have my choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Okay.
I do.
I want it to be true because I want to play this game. I'm going with the second option, the Gordon Ramsay VR game where you just get berated while you try to cook for Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
I'm a glutton for punishment, and if that punishment is being doled out by an angry Gordon Ramsay in VR, I'm okay with it.
Right.
It sounds because it sounds I think the most I guess what other reason would I pick it for? Because it sounds the most feasible to me.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm gonna go with the New Jersey superintendent
Okay.
pooping on the
I am also going to go with the pooperintendent.
Pooperintendent Chalmers. Welcome.
Pooper intended.
Yeah.
I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable vandalism.
All right. Do we have our final answers here? It sounds like you guys are pretty sure of yourselves.
They're going with the poop. I'm going with the Gordon Ramsay game.
All righty.
I wanted something that rhymed, but I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
The thing is, our guests are both right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys both guessed correctly. It is, in fact, the pooping
It
superintendent.
was so ridiculous that he sued,
Right.
which is
Now-
what I was like, okay, this has to be real.
Yeah. So what are the deets? What damages is he alleging?
So I did some reading further on this because I wanted to be able to talk about it because the title got me. Was like, this is a thing?
That'll show that Janie McAllister should have gone out with me. So what if I'm 40 years older than she is?
Yeah, that's right. It's just taking out some kind of like weird aggression. I guess the thing
He
is,
just hates track and field.
never been a fan. Never been a fan.
Usain Bolt fucked his wife.
So here's the story.
He couldn't catch him.
Couldn't catch him, but he could leave something there for him.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go real fast.
Yeah, he did have to go fast.
The story is that this had been happening over and over again for days.
He was a mad pooper.
They kept finding poop by the track and being like, they told the police, like, we have a problem. Someone keeps pooping here. We keep finding poop. So I guess basically they staked the place
Pooped
out.
the bed.
That's right. It's like the It's Always Sunny Who Pooped the Bed episode, but on a track
Who pooped
in New
the track
Jersey.
and field?
So what happened is they staked the place out. And what they found was a Monday morning at 5:30 a.m., superintendent strolls on in, drops his pants, takes a shit, got him.
Why do people poop in public? I don't get it.
As
You
you-
can't even poop in a public
he-
restroom,
No.
and that's where the poop
Yes,
goes.
that's where you're supposed to poop.
Did he offer any kind of like rationale for why he would do such a thing?
As you can imagine, there is not much that has been said by him about the incident itself.
So what are the damages that he's suing?
He's seeking $1 million in damages because he claims that his mugshot was taken and released illegally. I'm not sure of the particulars of that, but if he's right, if they did in fact violate the law in how they did this,
Yeah.
I can't really imagine. I mean,
then
they,
sure,
yeah, I mean, they arrested him.
give the
So-
public defecator
as-
$1 million.
Yeah.
As long as they like followed all of the laws in like arresting him and taking the mugshot, that's public record.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. But maybe he found a loophole. Maybe they didn't read him his Miranda rights.
Right, that's
Who
what I'm
knows?
thinking.
You know, any number of things. But
A poop hole, maybe.
a what?
You found a poop hole.
A poop hole in the law.
Me and Aubrey are on fire.
Yeah, seriously. This is about to be the punniest episode we've ever done. So that's a real story. The guy, apparently also his contract was set to expire in like 2020. So it's kind of like an early resignation thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I get
Real
it.
early.
Anytime I've ever resigned from a job, I've also pooped in
that job.
public at that job
Well, you know,
in the 2 years leading up to it.
what are you going to do? I mean, you find a guy pooping in front of the school, you can't fire him. He's got to walk away, obviously. So he did.
Well, he's gonna walk. He can't run because his pants are down around his ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was just so weird.
Oh man,
That is bizarre.
Although I will say, I also want that VR game to be a thing.
Yes.
And if someone's listening that can make that
someone
happen,
make it.
I'll buy like 50 copies. No one's making this game. This is not a proposed game, but holy shit, would you
It'd
not
be
want
sweet. I would love that game.
just like the Kitchen Nightmares or
or
Hell's, Kitchen, game?
VR game.
Yeah. Like who
What I'm
wouldn't play
thinking is
that?
kind of like it would be like almost like a reality TV show, but in game, but also like a time management game.
Yeah,
So you have
right.
to do all these
Yeah. One of
tasks,
these
but then you
resource
present
games.
it.
Yeah, like Overcooked.
Yeah, but then you present it to Gordon Ramsay, and then he berates you.
I'd like him to be yelling at me the whole time.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Like in the background,
Why not,
It's Roger!
the piss.
why not just cut out the middleman and just watch Kitchen Nightmares while you cook in real life? Because at least that way you get to eat it when you're done.
Right.
Idiot sandwich.
Just need to like insults in your ears blaring constantly while you try to do something you care about. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. That's good for my mental health.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's Trues and Fnews. You guys, congratulations
Nailed
for getting
it,
it
guys.
correct.
Thanks.
Good
That's
job.
like 3 weeks in a row for me.
Nice. You know, I remember saying he generally does fairly well at these as well.
But he did say ever since he bragged about it, he's dropped off quite a bit.
Oh, really?
so-
Yeah. It's it's a game that like it's really only as tricky as how much effort we actually put into it.
Right. The more creative I am with it, the more I stump people.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
It just sometimes.
It's also like little details can really help. What is the dog doing?
Did he?
Did the dog just fart while
Yeah.
we're
I just got a mouthful of
Oh
it.
no!
Oh, cheese and crackers.
Oh my god!
We're being taken
No.
down by our dog's flatulence.
God, there it is.
You know, I'm the farthest away from it, and I got nothing yet. Nope, don't throw it at me. Don't stop throwing it at
It's
me.
your dog.
He's kind of like between me and Aubrey, so it just like wafted very
Well,
quickly.
now I got it.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah, not
okay,
good.
so if that happens again, we stop no matter what. We're done.
Not good.
But
Okay.
it's time for the middle segment, and I hand it off to you, Christy, because this is your turn for the middle segment.
Yeah, I had a couple ideas of what to talk about, and I'm going to go with this one because I think everyone at the table will have something to contribute. So there is an author that I've wanted to buy a book from for a while. I've talked about the Ona Ross and Carrie podcast, and they've mentioned him. That's how I heard of him. And I had heard of some of his works. I just didn't know his name. But his name is John Ronson, which is a name I always struggle with because I want to say
way too much like Ron
Johnson. But he is a journalist, and he's written a lot of books. He's written Men Who Stare at Goats, which you'd be familiar with.
I've seen the movie.
He helped write, he like co-wrote the screenplay for the movie Frank. Do you guys remember that?
Nope.
It's this guy who's in a band, but he wears like a big like paper mache head and he never takes it off.
Okay, now I do remember
That's
that.
based on real events in that band. John Ronson was in that band in real
really?
life. So he helped write that screenplay.
John Ronson. It keeps making me think of Jeff Jimerson, the Penguins
Yeah.
guy, whose name should obviously be Jim Jefferson, but isn't.
Yes, exactly. But he writes a lot of stuff about like psychology and things like that. And the book that I wanted to get by him it's called The Psychopath Test.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like his introduction to psychopaths and his beginning of interest in it. And I just got the Audible audiobook and started listening to it. So I don't really have like a review of it or anything yet.
read by Pee Wee Herman.
It's actually read by Ron John or by you did it. Oh, no.
Ah,
Damn
gotcha.
it.
Oh man,
It's
wow.
written by John Ronson, but it's read by Ron Johnson.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Welcome
John
to this
Ronson.
book by John Ronson. I'm Ron Johnson, no relation.
No, John
Weird.
Ronson reads it himself,
weird.
which is cool. I have been enjoying that, but the reason I wanted the book is I am fascinated by psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists. And I know both Ben and Aubrey were psychology majors in college. And so I just figured all of us would have I was a psychology minor, by the way.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, almost a psychology minor. I lied. I was one class away from being a psychology minor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I think all of us have enough like fascination with these things that we would have like something psychology related that we're fascinated by to talk about.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to pipe up, or like a good book you read about or something.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a prompt.
Yeah, this is our prompt. Like if we want to just talk psychology stuff. But
Okay.
I've been fascinated by psychopaths and sociopaths and narcissists and how to deal with them. Like how to interact with them to basically get them to leave you alone.
Oh, really?
Which is like make yourself really boring
yeah.
and
that's
don't
right.
engage with their bullshit. And they call it gray rocking.
Yeah.
So you just don't like acknowledge what they're saying. Like if they say something to you and try to like be dramatic, you just like kind of acknowledge it. You for the third week in a row.
But
David.
I didn't do anything except not turn my phone off again.
Again. What do I got to do to get you to make this podcast a priority, mister?
I don't know. I mean, we're getting interrupted by dog farts. I kind of feel like my
It's
phone is
okay.
not that big a deal.
No, it's not.
True.
It's not at all.
It's true. And that was like, it was on vibrate. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
even
just
like
a
a real
rumble.
sound. I just like giving you shit.
Yeah.
But you're right, the dog fart was way worse. I didn't taste your phone going off.
Yeah, mine has to be on, so it might vibrate once in a while, but mine has to be on because there's some notes on here that I need to consult.
Yeah, right.
That's fine.
I will say on the subject of the psychology type things. Recently, I dipped into the psychopath subreddit, like I do every now and then, just to see what's going
I do
on
too.
there. Because it's just one of these things, and of course, I only lurk You should only ever lurk unless
Right.
you're there, unless you're, a person, with psychopathy, because they basically hate people playing Spot the Psychopath, which is all you want to do in there is, read and analyze what people are talking about. And but every now and then I dip in just because it's just a different headspace that I don't totally understand.
Right. It's fascinating because I don't have that. I don't have that lack of empathy. If anything, I've got too much empathy, and so I'm just flailing
a
wildly.
truly crippling amount of empathy.
Right, exactly. So it's really difficult to understand or even fathom what it would be like to not have that.
Which is why, I'll end up there and just lurk as a purely academic exercise, just to be like, "What y'all talking about?" Or it'll be like, "Oh, so you kind of like your kid, but you're not sure you love him. That's interesting." And then I move on.
I feel that's just parents.
Yeah, that's
Kids
not
kind of suck.
necessarily a psychosocial path.
What if your kid's just an asshole?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Sometimes your kid is an asshole. That's a normal thing. Sometimes your kid's an asshole.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's something that I just do this every now and then because I'm always interested in the headspaces of people that are not like me.
Yeah,
Right.
And the way they see the world and think.
Just peeping on the
Yeah.
sociopath.
And this just happens to be an extreme version of a headspace I don't understand. So that's
Right.
That's the curiosity.
I think that's the draw. And also because whenever we hear about terms like sociopath and psychopath, it's always in connection with some big bad thing that happened. It's a serial killer or it's, that kind of TV show. And obviously not all psychopaths and sociopaths do those
the
things.
vast majority do not.
There's a lot of Hollywood interpretation of that kind of thing that unfortunately colors the perspectives of a lot of people.
Right.
That's something that gets on my nerves a lot as a psychology major is just... Well, honestly, I was going to say something. We watched the trailer for the new Halloween movie.
Yeah, right.
And when this isn't a spoiler because it was in the trailer.
Right.
But there was a bus accident and it was for mental patients.
Right. Yeah.
I hate that.
Such a broad thing.
And very few mental patients are violent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Most people with mental disorders aren't violent.
Yeah.
You know what?
And it's just very frustrating.
Yeah, right, because they always do that. You're right. It's just like,
It's
he's
just an
mental,
out.
and it's
Yeah.
like, well, what does that mean? That's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? There's another. It's one of those things like once you start noticing it, you won't stop noticing it. Is the way Hollywood handles amnesia. If you ever seen The Bourne Identity, where his memories start coming back in response to certain stimuli, like that isn't how.
That's not how that works.
And they'll do that flash of a gray sort of I'm having a flashback to a
Right.
thing.
Right. Yeah.
Unlock my memories like a puzzle box.
So that's what that is what's called retrograde amnesia, where you can't remember things from your past.
Yeah.
Actually, weirdly enough, Frankie Muniz has that. And
Really?
he can't remember filming any of Malcolm in the Middle. He can't remember anything from beyond 6 years in the past.
Is that normally associated with trauma?
I don't think so. I think it was a congenital thing, but it's something he's going to have to live with the rest of his life. He'll only be able to remember several years in the past and nothing beyond that.
So basically, once something gets stored to long-term memory, he can't.
It's gone. Bryan Cranston keeps in touch with him and talks with him about the good times they had on filming Malcolm in the
that's real
Middle
sweet.
to kind of help him kind of relive
Still
and
have those
retain
memories,
those,
even though he doesn't
those
remember
memories.
them.
It's sad to lose that.
It is, but I think, honestly, I feel like interrograde, which is the opposite of retrograde, is scarier.
You can't create new memories.
Yeah, you can't create new memories.
Like at all?
in 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates
Yeah.
is actually
Oh
a
my God.
surprisingly accurate depiction
Yes,
of
it is a
anterograde
very...
amnesia.
Yes. It's a
Really?
very-
That's cool.
Yeah, the girl Adam Sandler's going after can't form new memories. She's living the same day over and over, basically. And it's a charming movie. It's actually pretty.
It is a good
nice.
movie.
It has a good ending.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Have you seen that one,
I
Dave?
actually surprisingly have.
Yeah, it's a sweet movie.
I do like that movie.
And then also, if you
I like Drew Barrymore.
Me too.
So anything she's in, really.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore was a crush of mine back when I was younger.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
And probably still.
Everybody.
Yeah.
To some degree, always will be.
Who didn't and or doesn't have a crush on Drew Barrymore?
I mean, she still looks pretty the same. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And there's something about the way she talks that's just really adorable.
Yeah.
Like, she's just very accessible and cute and charming.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you want a more mindfucky version of depiction of
mindfucky.
a more mindfucky depiction of anterograde amnesia, Memento is the movie to watch.
Yeah.
Memento also very accurately depicts, but also, you know, in that it works through the story backwards. It also sort of keeps you in the sensation of you know, not remembering what came before.
Yeah.
If you want to find out, you got to watch the next scene. But
Yeah.
by the time you start the next scene, you know, like there's a point where Lenny wakes up and in like a hotel bathroom and he's got a gun in his hand, and it's like, you know, how did this happen?
You've got 10 more questions for every
Right.
scene that you're just waiting for the answers.
I've never seen Memento. I mean, I know the end.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it, but it does look like
It was a cool
seems like
movie.
It's a good movie.
It's you know, ironically, I don't remember much of it.
Dun, dun, dun. It's been a long time since I've watched it too.
Yeah.
It was a challenging movie for me just because there's a lot going on and it's really confusing because it is like backwards, and I think it took me a couple watches to really understand what was happening at all. So another psychology thing that annoys me is I think the face that Dave just made at me.
No,
Like, "Huh?"
I'm curious.
Do tell.
I am pissed off by the idea of recovered memories.
Oh.
This is,
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that, generally speaking, most modern people know, like, that's not a thing.
Like, I have repressed memories that I dug up
Repressed
in
memories,
hypnosis.
recovered
sure,
memories
sure.
that we did therapy. We found these recovered memories.
Hypnosis. And
Yeah. The mind is very malleable. And so,
Shockingly fragile.
right. And trying to, like, dig around and root around, per se, and, like, find something missing in your memory. You can create memories doing that. Like,
Yeah.
we do this every time. Every time we, like, just naturally, every time you remember something, you kind of rewrite it. So you can misremember things, and then that's your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And so it's
memory
really
is
easy to
not
do
like
naturally.
watching a video.
Right.
It's not an actual replay of events.
And it pisses me off because people's lives were ruined by that shit.
Yeah.
And most commonly, it was like a lot of really horrible memories of like, oh, you have this behavior you don't understand. It must be because you have this repressed memory of being abused or something like that.
See, a lot of that is psychoanalysis, which I don't even
Right.
believe in.
Yeah.
As a psychology person, psychoanalysis is Sigmund Freud's
Yeah.
version of psychology.
Not
Cocaine
into
is a hell of a
Freud.
drug.
Yeah,
Right.
it's one of the first things you learn about when you start down the road to a psychology degree, and I
Yeah.
do not believe in any of it. I think it's all
Well,
garbage.
Well, I mean, there's some like, well, first of all, laid the foundation for a lot of things that made more sense.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not
but-
saying it wasn't important, but I'm saying in
There was
today's
value
world,
in it,
but-
it is not. I don't think it should be valued as much as it is today.
No, but there are certain things that do make a lot of sense, like you know, like the dude who, you know, revs his motorcycle and goes, you know, 80 in a 45, you know, might have a small winky.
Or like if you smoke a cigar, you want a penis.
Suck some dick.
I still think I think you can explain that away with other personality traits. I'm not.
Sure.
I still don't think that.
There's other more cogent theories of personality that speak
Right.
to like less physical insecurities.
Yeah,
explain
I
why
still
people do
think
these
Freud,
things.
I think
everything
it's-
was about poop and pee and penises and vaginas. Like everything could be brought back to that.
And
that's very simplistic.
No, it is simplistic, but it's true.
The truth.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Sigmund Freud. I'm here to talk to you about poo-poo and pee-pee.
Everything.
Yo, mama.
Everything
And
came back to
and
that.
hoo-has.
Yeah, everything came back to that with Freud, and that's just very simplistic. And I can't understand. I don't think that many people would be helped by being put into those kind of boxes that just it doesn't suit every single person.
And that's why I don't like psychoanalysis anyway. But it's something that's very popular in places like California, or where
Well, they eat anything up out there, don't they?
I love California, but they do.
Yeah, they kind of do, right?
I mean, I want to live there. It's like my dream place. But it's true that all of the fad things, psychoanalysis is one of those, and it's very popular with that stuff. And I think it's just it's just a cash grab.
Yeah, well, especially in places
too.
like LA, it's a lot of people searching for themselves.
Yeah.
So if you want to sell someone something, go to a place where everyone's insecure and wants to figure out what their problems are.
Yeah.
Sell them the solutions.
And then just
It
end up
makes
making
sense.
porn anyway.
Right.
It's funny you talk about this psychoanalysis thing and the recovered memories thing. I remember reading, I don't know how accurate this is, and maybe you guys are aware of this, but apparently there was a big rash of specifically in our lifetime of therapists talking to kids and essentially convincing them of abuses that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Which is a really scary thing, because once you convince someone through some means that something actually happened, that stays with them. That becomes a memory.
It destroyed families. And the problem is these claims should be taken seriously. And when kids do make these claims, we need to do a better job as a society of listening.
Right.
And we need to do a better job of making sure kids use the right language. Using goofy terms as an adult, saying hoo-ha, fine. But you need to teach your kids the real terms for things.
Yeah.
So they know the boundaries and they know what things are called, so they could tell you if someone touches them in an inappropriate place.
Yeah.
Because we need to be able to understand what our kids are saying and trust what they're saying and act on it. But that
the difference
was
is between
I feel
listening to
took
children
us steps backwards in being able to believe kids when they say stuff.
Yeah, because listening to kids is one thing. And then pulling something out of their heads is another thing. And I think there was a large chunk of time where well-meaning people created a lot of problems for people.
I don't think that anyone did this intentionally, of course, but it was misguided, and it's something that just pisses me off so much.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with, yes, there are people that lie about rape, but the majority don't.
Right. Yeah.
So
exactly.
To err on the side of caution, I always believe someone if they tell me that they were assaulted.
Absolutely.
And if they are lying, then they're just hurting themselves. They're not hurting me.
Right.
They're hurting. They could, if they take it to court, they could be hurting someone else, and that's not fair. But that's why.
But there's way more people who have been assaulted and not believed when they're telling the truth than who are lying about being assaulted.
I think we also know bullshit when we hear it. Everyone knows the person who has a million awful stories of how everything bad happened to them constantly. And you're kind of okay, well, statistically, too many awful things are happening to you all the time.
Yeah, you know I've had a few occasions that I've told you about where someone told me something, and I was like, I would never say this to the person's face, and I hate to be the person that thinks this, but I don't believe they're telling the truth about it.
Yeah.
Because it's that situation of some people when they're bullshitting you, but most of the time, if someone makes a claim, I'm just going to believe that claim. Yeah. And even then, if it's a person that's telling me this thing that happened to them, even if something in my brain is telling me it might not be true, I'm still going to go with it and be sorry that happened. Is there something that needs to be done? Yeah.
Because the important thing really, whether you are right about them or not, is not actually, that's not what is going to come out of your mouth.
Right.
What's going to come out of your mouth is support. And if you really don't believe them, just try to drop it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this got
dark. Sorry.
This took a weird, dark turn there. I'm sorry.
That was my fault.
No, that was my fault. I brought up repressed memories. It always gets dark because I'm mad about it. I wrote, so we had to write in English class in high school we had to write like a sermon basically. I wrote mine about recovered memory therapy.
Wow, this has been bugging you a long time.
That was high school.
Yeah,
junior year.
Just about, 13
I was going to say, that's over a
Let's not
decade that
talk
this
about
has been
it.
bothering you.
Let's not talk about it.
Well, why don't we just take ourselves a little bork?
A little break.
A little brag.
All right, I might drop out because I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about.
No, you could be a listener as well.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to listen from the couch.
Well, you could do that if you want.
I mean,
That's fine.
It's up to you, but we're just going to be listening to a story.
okay.
Also,
Well, also,
so.
like these earbuds are really itching, and so
Okay.
Tune in a
you
few
can
minutes to
give your
figure out
itchy
whether
ears
she's
a
still
rest.
here or not. The mystery.
after the break.
After break. All right, be right back.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back.
And we're back.
We are back.
And
we
we're
back?
back.
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling? Yeah, we're rolling.
Looks like it. Okay.
I like
we're
how
rolling.
high your voice gets when you say
Are
that.
we rolling?
Are we rolling? No, we are Devo.
Yes. Okay, so we are back for the main segment for this episode, which, as discussed previously, is video game related. Hence, our video game expert, Ben, had to come in to explain this one to us. Would you like to just take off
Introduce
running?
it.
Introduce
All
the
right.
topic.
All right. Well, this is one that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Morty.
Man, you know what? Our regular audience is not used to this much burping.
I apologize. I get acid reflux sometimes, and I had pork and beans for dinner.
I can't wait for the shit we get. It was all right, but did there have to be so much burping? Because
The answer is yes.
that's the dude cast in a nutshell.
Yeah. So anyway,
I've had a lot of sody.
It's burpy baby.
We're burpy babies. It's okay. It's normal.
It's fine,
natural.
sweetie. Relax.
You know,
sweetie.
I've
natural
never,
and beautiful.
I've never had to become like so just like used to burping as now when I play roller derby. Because there's burping constantly. And there's people always belching at roller derby practice.
I have a question. What the fuck?
It's normal. Burping is normal. And
Yeah.
burps
Why so
happen.
much?
I don't know, but it's a burpy bunch sometimes.
Why more than normal?
I don't know, but
Well,
because you are so close with each other that like you have to burp, you just burp. Like
Women-
it's like you guys doing it on the
Yeah,
podcast, on the
it's-
Dudecast. It's
it's-
like because you're friends and it doesn't matter and there's no pretenses.
Yeah.
We smell each other's and feel each other's sweat constantly, and we smell like crap because gear smells disgusting.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we
it
can
does.
deal with that,
there's
it doesn't matter. You burp a little bit. Fine, I don't care.
There's a reason why the face wash in hockey is a thing. Putting your stanky ass glove up in another guy's face to rile him up.
No, thank you. Anyways, we were starting something.
Anyway, so this topic is one that's sort of near and dear to my heart because of all the different kinds of video games I play regularly and have experience with. I tend to be best at and continually come back to first person shooters.
Yeah.
Which I'm familiar with across many eras of gaming, and the game in question is a first person shooter. The game I'm going to be talking about, one of the most legendary flops in the history of video gaming, Daikatana.
I'm so excited about this
the
one.
floppiest flop to ever have flopped.
Truly is a legendary flop monster.
Yeah, Daikatana was released in 2000. It on the tail end of 3 years, a 3-year development cycle.
long.
It's
It's a
long,
lot of
and
time to put into something that doesn't succeed.
there are a couple of reasons for why it took that long and why it didn't succeed. And there was a lot of hype around it. There was so much hype. It was announced in 1997, and the hype surrounding it was palpable. It was.
You got to get hype.
Yeah. You get hype.
It was pretty hype. Like, for the time, it was a really, really ambitious thing. It promised so much and delivered on so little. I've heard a lot of people say too, like, even by today's standards, what Daikatana tried to do is ambitious. Like, even by today's standards.
Oh, really?
And I'll get into that. But to understand why there was so much hype around Daikatana, we got to start from the beginning, and the beginning is 1991.
1991.
1991.
In the beginning, there were belly shirts.
In the distant future, when Surge was still around before it went away and then came back.
In the distant future?
Is that right? Wait, did I say distant future?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's just the future in an opposite direction.
Yeah.
That's obviously what I meant. Come on.
Yeah, it's like, you know, how when you get to the BC years, they start going up.
Yeah,
you know?
like,
yeah. All right.
Because the future works in reverse also.
See, Ben knows what I'm talking about.
So to set the stage, 1991, George Herbert Walker Bush is still president. 1991, where I'm going to start is February 91 is when id Software was founded. But later that same year, a lot of things happened. The internet debuted and was made available to the public in 1991.
Sweet.
MS-DOS.
Yeah, Al Gore made that, right?
Yeah, all by himself in his garage.
just spent an afternoon just like slapping some axle grease on that there internet, getting ready to ship it out to the public.
Hit it with an angle grinder, brush it up real nice.
There was a lathe involved at some point.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's fancy.
Put it in one of those big Rubbermaid like Tupperware buckets and she took it to Congress and like, look what I did. MS-DOS version 5 released in June of 91. Adobe Photoshop version 2 was released in June of 91.
That's a trip.
Apple introduced QuickTime in December of 91. Python, Fortran were introduced.
No kidding.
PGP encryption was introduced in 1991. Pretty good privacy.
Yeah, right. PGP, pretty good privacy.
Pretty good privacy.
I like that.
Yeah, a lot of shit going on. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, debuted along with the internet.
Yeah.
Because that's how the internet works.
Because it needed something.
The domain Microsoft.com came online on May 2nd, 1991.
No kidding.
Yeah. But anywho, in 1991, there was a Louisiana-based company called SoftDisk. Which actually,
Seems like really easy to mispronounce. I can't even say John Ronson reliably.
I work for
What do you-
Soft Dicks.
Yeah, what do you think the likelihood is that people just were always saying soft dicks?
I like to think they did it a couple of times. And then kind of face palmed and
So SoftDisk was around for a while, and it surprised me actually to learn that they only folded 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this SoftDisk company that provided software solutions for offices and businesses and corporations and things like that. Mm-hmm. There was a man there by the name of John Romero, who had been a programmer for most of his adult life. He had already developed like a couple of small little games for like Commodore 64 and Apple II. And,
Yeah, my jam, Commodore 64. I wonder if he made that Aladdin Magic Carver game.
I have to do the research.
Oh man! Well, there is a list of all the shit he's made. I wonder. We'll have to look at that later on
I
and see
would
if that comes
remember
up.
the name of it when I hear it.
Yeah.
So John Romero befriends three men named Tom Hall, John Carmack, and Adrian Carmack. No relation.
Okay.
And
A lot of Carmacks for no relation.
the four of them decide to leave their job at SoftDisk and start their own company, which they call id Software.
Legend.
Yes. Anyone who has played any first-person shooter at all owes everything about that genre, about that format of game, to a little game called Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Which debuted in 1992.
I remember distinctly the box art for Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because it had this, like, Patrick Swayze looking dude. like I can't remember if he had guns in his hands or if he was just, like, air kicking through, like, Nazis and stuff. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know. I seem to remember it being like he's like kind of peeking around a corner with a gun in his hand, and there's a Nazi patrolling. And,
I remember that on the splash screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The box art was like painted realistic.
Oh, okay.
It looked like so epic.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up.
Okay.
Carry on.
So Wolfenstein 3D pretty much invented a new genre of game, the first-person shooter, where you're looking at the action through the eyes of the protagonist, who is armed. And in Wolfenstein 3D, as we said, you play as BJ Blazkowicz, and you go around and shoot Nazis.
Yeah.
It was pretty basic for the time, and it didn't include like all it was like rooms and hallways.
Yeah.
You know, just your most basic geometry that you could possibly think of. You had to run this through MS-DOS. Windows 3.1 wouldn't come out until 1992, so like there wasn't even a GUI to launch the game through at the time. But then in 1993, id Software struck fucking gold when they made Doom.
Oh my god!
Which is considered the archetype, the archetypal what's the word I'm looking for? Progenitor of the first person shooter genre.
I played a lot of Doom.
Oh, I know Doom.
Doom is Doom is immortal. It's still to this day just buttloads of fun.
Yeah,
I found the Wolfenstein 3D cover, by the way. It is Patrick Swayze kicking a Nazi while holding a flamethrower.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not really Patrick Swayze, but it does bear a resemblance.
He's got his shirt off. He's holding the gun up, and
So freaking cool.
He's got a little mullet.
And Doom was like, I mean, Doom was leaps and bounds ahead of, Wolfenstein, obviously having benefited from the advances in the technology.
Right. At the time Doom came out, it was like nothing anyone had ever seen.
It was awesome.
All the textures of walls and floors and ceilings. It introduced the idea, which seems trivial now, but elevated areas. Like there were different elevations for different parts of the level, so you could have like a big staircase winding up into a thing that overlooks a different area.
Topography in games,
right?
The classic Doom elevator type thing where you step on a platform and it lifts you up to the whole second floor of action.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oftentimes coming up right in front of something that's waiting for you.
You saying that just brought back memories.
Right?
Yeah. And then, teleporters they had. The gun bobbed up and down in step with the player's movements to make it look like, you're running with this thing in your hands.
Yeah. So much fun. And the game, like, oozed attitude, too. Like,
it did.
Including, like, the difficulties having names like Hurt Me Plenty.
Yeah.
It was iconic, and it had, like, a definite, well-developed theme.
Yeah.
Like, it was cohesive.
Right.
It was metal as hell.
Doom sold a grand total of 15 million copies.
No kidding.
To put that in perspective, Halo 2, one of the most anticipated games in history, sold 8.4 million worldwide.
Wow.
No kidding?
Wow.
Like 15 million total copies of Doom across the world. Doom, when I say Doom was a big fucking deal, it was huge. All of a sudden, PC gaming was a thing that could be real and could take off thanks to these four guys in like a first floor office building in some out of the way little office park on the West Coast. And they were doing it. They made one of the most successful video games ever made.
I also seem to remember the way I got Doom at first was I downloaded a demo, which took an eternity back then.
Sure.
But I don't remember there being a lot of demos of games prior to this. I remember this being like everyone had it and played it. Because you could get the first handful of levels for free.
Yeah. PC. That was another, with the advent of PC gaming, a lot of things changed. One of the biggest that Doom came equipped with the capability of was the ability to play over LAN, over local area network. Yeah. So now you and your friends could run around shooting one another. Yeah. And you're certainly right about the attitude too. 1993 also saw the release of the first Mortal Kombat, which was so controversial that it necessitated the creation of the Entertainment Software Ratings Board.
Yeah, right.
The
that was
ESRB.
a big Tipper Gore thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Concerned parents around the country didn't want their kids playing Mortal Kombat and Doom, so the ESRB was founded to put a little label on the thing saying, hey, there's blood and guts in this.
I remember the Mortal Kombat release on the Super Nintendo featured, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but I remember they specifically made all the blood green because everyone was so concerned.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine if they're bleeding green, then it's not that scary. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's okay. They're just aliens. You can murder them violently.
They look like people, but they're not.
By the time, right.
We're not teaching kids anything bad here. That
it's a more disturbing message, isn't it?
Right.
They look like people, but they're not. It's okay to kill them. They bleed different.
Right. By the time you get to Mortal Kombat 3, I think like 2/3 of the roster isn't even technically human. You've got Outworlders and robots and whatever reptile is.
They're like 3 of the same robot in different colors.
Is he a reptile?
Palette swaps. In fact, he is.
Got it.
Yes. Sector, Cyrax, Cyber Sub-Zero. But anyway, 1993 Doom comes out, and they follow up these successes with like Commander Keen, I think, came before Wolfenstein, but Commander Keen, fun little platformer. They followed up with Doom 2, and eventually with Quake. The first Quake, which I believe was 1995.
Really?
They were working fast. Like that's a lot of stuff to produce.
Yeah. They'd have like a year-long development cycle per game, and when it came out, it was pretty much on top of the world in the early 90s, and now with QuakeCon come and gone, it's kind of on top of the world now in gaming again.
Yeah, they haven't gone away.
No, they've always been around. They've always they had that weird part in like the early 2000s where they made Quake 4 and Doom 3 and nobody liked them.
Yeah, right.
But
they kind of fell from grace for a hot second.
Right.
There's a Doom movie.
There's a Doom movie.
Right?
Isn't The Rock in it?
There is. It came out. Oh God, I don't even remember. It must have been like 2006 or 2007,
somewhere around there.
Oh God, I thought this was recent.
No.
I was like, this will be fun to talk about. Recent news.
You're getting older.
I know, my brain's broken.
It features Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It doesn't star him, but it features him. And it also features a cool like first-person segment like near the end, which I think is why everyone went to see that movie, because it like showed up in the trailers, and there was talk that the whole movie was going to be like that, and it wasn't.
Right.
There's also some weird shit about like the monsters in the movie aren't demons from hell as they are in the video games, but they are like genetic experiments that feed off of the evil in people's hearts, or some nonsense like that.
Oh, come on.
Don't try to make this a moral story. I want to fight some hell beasts.
Right.
Yeah, it's just demons invade Mars, and then in Doom 2, as things go, demons invade Earth. And they kill Doom Guy's pet bunny rabbit Daisy.
The original John Wick.
Yeah.
Was it John?
It was John Wick.
Yeah.
You got it.
I know things.
So anyway, while this is
still haven't seen that movie.
So while this is going on, John Romero describes this as his turbo period, I think is what he called it.
Okay.
He not only designed most of the maps for the first chapter of Doom, Knee Deep in the Dead, which are some of the best first-person shooter maps to have been created. He designed most of Quake. Like almost the entirety of Quake is his map design.
Really?
And he also designed the supplementary software for the games like iGrab, which compiles textures and assets into what are called WAD files, .wad. And that's what the game reads when it generates a map.
Yeah.
Also, he was on a lot of coke.
He probably. You're joking. He probably
Right.
was.
Most likely.
That's a lot of productivity.
Well, just wait, because he his trajectory kind of goes like this.
Okay.
He designed the setup program, the install that
That's like
the
vertically
installer
upward
that,
for the listeners.
Yeah. Right. His trajectory goes
sorry.
up.
The setup program that installs these games, Doom Ed and Quake Ed, which are spelled doomed and quaked, which are the level editors for Doom and Quake respectively, and a bunch of other complementary software. And he's doing all of this in the span of the 5 years that he was with id Software, from 91 to 96. In Doom 2, John Romero is featured in an Easter egg, and the final boss of Doom 2 is called the Icon of Sin, and it's a big face in the wall that you got to shoot at. But if you no clip through it, no clip allows the player to kind of bypass the physical restrictions of the level and essentially fly and go through walls.
Yeah,
it's a useful debugging tool, but you can also use it if you get stuck. If you no clip through the boss's face, there's a sprite behind it in a little box, and it's John Romero's head impaled on a spike. and if you shoot it, you beat the game instantly.
That's funny.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
Yeah. When you first encounter the Icon of Sin, it plays like this distorted, like, this demonic message. And what it is a distorted and reversed message of John Romero saying, "To beat the game, you must defeat me, John Romero."
Wow,
that's great.
They really kind of let him. They really let him throw a lot of weird stuff in there.
Had a lot of fun.
So
yeah.
So by this point, by Doom 2, everyone knows John Romero's name. He is a household name in the world of PC gaming.
They really were too. That's the thing is even back when I was I didn't really care about who made shit. I just played the shit. But I knew him. I knew the names Carmack and Romero.
Yeah, John Carmack in particular is a very famous name in FPS fandom.
Yeah.
The guy who John Carmack was responsible for most of Quake 3 Arena, which is probably one of my favorite first person shooters ever made.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's still really good. It's a shame no one plays it, but hey, we got Quake Champions now, so I gotta reinstall and play that.
Yeah.
So anyway, during the designing of Quake 2. Or no, not Quake 2, I'm sorry. During like the later stages of the first Quake, John Romero and the rest of the team started having creative differences, especially him and John Carmack. Romero felt that he was putting in real overdrive stuff, which he kind of was, but what the real conflict was sort of between John Carmack, who just wanted the game done. He wants it done, working, so they can ship it. Romero had all these ideas. He wanted to work every single idea he had into the game because he's an ambitious designer.
It's funny how often that dynamic plays itself out.
Yeah.
That's like the Jobs-Wozniak thing, right? You have Jobs as the business guy, and maybe he maybe knows how to sell it, but you have this creative visionary Wozniak type too.
The creatives who don't know how to shut it off.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, that thing of the creative who just wants to fit all of the ideas into the thing reminds me of someone who wrote their own memoir or talking about when you write a book, sometimes you need to leave your favorite parts on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Sometimes if there's something you're absolutely in love with, you should just cut it because you're not going to be objective about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Those two forces play each other out, and even if it's the same person in a lot of creative pursuits, there's the thing that just chucks ideas, and there's the thing that cuts
maybe
back.
Not every idea should be in that game.
Yeah.
This is a big, really perfect reason as to the downfall of Daikatana. As we're going to find out.
I'm in.
He didn't have his foil to be in. Maybe slow down, buddy.
I'm super into seeing where this goes.
So by 1996, John Carmack is a fucking rock star. He has a net worth of millions. like tens of millions of dollars in personal capital.
Justifiably.
So in 1996, he leaves id with Tom Hall and founds Ion Storm, which is unfortunately didn't last very long. As we're going to find out. So he founds Ion Storm with Tom Hall. He decides to put their headquarters in the penthouse suite of the Chase Tower in downtown Dallas, Texas, with a sister office located in Austin, Texas. And that sister development team is I'll come back to that later. But so the rent for this thing, as you can imagine, is like hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Not even counting this is just to lease the fucking space. This isn't counting the other expenses, utilities, paying people.
Computer paper. Computer paper.
Computer paper.
Millions of dollars of computer paper.
Little known fact, the initial programming of Daikatana started on punch cards.
It was done freehand with a pen.
So one of the things that he put in this penthouse suite was a functioning theater with theater seating and large projectors.
Right.
So it was kind of like how, when you look at like tours of Google's offices now and they've got like a ping pong table, it's like, hey, we don't want you to feel like you're at work,
Yeah, right. Just please never leave. Stay here all the time.
Right. Eventually, people get burning out the projector bulbs, and so eventually they stopped using it, and so this gigantic fucking theater's just sitting here wasting money at the top of Chase Tower. But anyway, so in 1997, Ion Storm announces its very first release, Daikatana.
Oh my god!
And they do this with one of the most ill-conceived magazine ads that has probably ever been.
I've never seen this.
It's a full-page magazine spread with like embossed text as though it's been like punched into metal. And it reads, "John Romero is about to make you his bitch."
You know what? I don't think that's that bad an idea, to be honest. I mean, it's sort of on brand.
It is.
It's on brand, but it's very cocky.
Aggressive. It's very aggressive.
It's very cocky. It's very aggressive. And so development began that year, 1997. And already people are at once hyped for this game to a huge degree, because this is gaming's biggest rock star. He's dating a professional gamer, Stevie Case, who incidentally they met when Stevie Case kicked his ass at a round of Quake Deathmatch.
Oh yeah.
He's this huge rock star in the world of video games, and he's promising to take PC gaming to the next level.
Yeah, and who else but him?
Right.
He seems like a guy.
What Daikatana promises is a story-driven FPS experience, also featuring time travel. So it takes place throughout 4 eras of history in different places. Like the first one's like a futuristic Tokyo. The second chapter is ancient Greece, and it's full of like, Medusa's the last boss, and it's full of like hoplites and fucking living statues. And
This sounds cool. I want to play this.
It sounds great, right? The third chapter is in like a plague-stricken Gothic village with like werewolves and zombies, and then the fourth chapter is in like
historical stuff,
like a near future, like Escape from New York kind of. It's in San Francisco, so I guess I should just say Escape from San Francisco.
Yeah, right.
So it's like this gritty future San Francisco, and it all revolves around a magical sword called the Daikatana, wielded by protagonist Hiro Miyamoto. He's from Japan.
Okay.
It also promised an RPG mechanic in which your character would level up. You'd get to spend points on stats, increase your abilities. You'd level up the Daikatana itself. All of this shit, all of these features.
It's a lot of stuff.
The problem is, I think right off the bat there is you've got 4 games. You got 4 levels of asset creation, map textures, pack, like everything you do, you need to do 4 complete times to theme it appropriately.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a game that would end up playing in 4 totally different ways, because you also have different sets of weapons throughout these 4 time periods.
Right.
The weapons you have in the first chapter don't carry over to the second. You got a brand new set of 6 weapons there, plus your Daikatana. So again, even for today, this is an ambitious game.
Yeah.
This is an ambitious thing to be talking about. It promises a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
The first and maybe biggest hurdle came in 1997 when id dropped Quake 2, featuring an entirely new engine with non-static textures. In other words, like the textures applied to a polygon model would like move and so a character's eyes might dart from side to side,
or like a flickering wall light or something like that.
Sure. Moving textures on the surface of water, for instance.
Right.
The original Half-Life uses an engine that's a heavily modified version of Quake 2. It's its own thing now. It's called Gold Source.
Okay.
But it's just to kind of give you an idea of what Quake 2 kind of looks like. Higher resolution textures, higher polygon count.
Yeah.
Everything just looks and runs better. John Romero decides to port all of the progress that they've done so far on Daikatana into the Quake 2 engine instead. This eats up about a year of production time, and it leads to the first significant delay.
Yeah, that's a huge time suck that you didn't account for at the start.
Yeah. The other delays trace their can be traced back to things involving the way different departments communicated with each other when they decided to at all. One of the worst was script rewrites and having voice actors have to come back in and re-record all their shit because they mispronounced something in the script or certain parts were cut and now certain lines don't make sense. So it became a mess pretty quickly.
Time and money consuming right there.
So by 1999, the hype and the hope for this game, the high expectations that people had for it, started to turn to concern as to is this even going to be worth it at the end of 3 years of waiting?
Yeah.
Or is it even going to happen?
Yeah,
right. In 1999, emails leaked from Ion Storm's offices showing massive internal conflicts between departments, creative differences, and perhaps worst of all, revealing that Ion Storm was bleeding like a stuck pig.
No.
They were spending about $1 million a month in expenses just between the rent, between development, wages, everything. Around $1 million a month was being poured into.
And this is their first game.
This is their very first game.
That's bad.
Well, this is what the main office in Dallas is working on. There's still the sister office over in Austin that we'll get back to.
Okay.
So, in 2000, Daikatana finally drops. To give you a little context here, in 1997, 3 years ago, Quake 2 came out, and that is the engine that Daikatana is still running on. Quake 3 Arena came out in 1999.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, really?
The engine is already outdated by 1999.
I didn't realize Quake 3 came out in 99. It kind of puts everything in like a different perspective for me.
Yeah, it's an older game than we think. It's going to turn 20 next year.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
So Quake 3 had already come out a year prior. So by 99, the Quake 2 engine was already way out of date.
Yeah.
The original Half-Life came out in 1998. For extra context, in 2000, we also got Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask and the original Counter-Strike.
Oh my god. So yeah, Quake 2 would have felt really ancient in 99.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing that's easy to forget now, but like it doesn't feel like things grow by leaps and bounds every year right now.
Right.
You know, like games basically have like consoles have like a 6-year cycle.
I think not games, like other forms of technology, yes, but not like platform games the way they used to.
Yeah.
But it did progress super quickly.
Yeah. You used to, every couple of years, your PC was already too old to play the new thing.
Right. I remember those as the crisis days.
Yeah, right.
Can your PC run Crisis? That was the yardstick for a while in the early 2000s.
And the answer for almost everybody was nah.
Nah. Almost everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's just like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Came out in 2004, if you can believe that. Crisis did. That's about 15 years ago.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, so Quake 3 came out in 99. The first Unreal Tournament came out in 2000. So you've got two of the greatest multiplayer shooters ever made, and certainly the two best ever created by this point in time.
Best looking for sure.
Absolutely. And then Daikatana comes out. Daikatana was not met with like just it didn't get panned, but it was very underwhelming.
Really?
For all the hype that it generated.
If it would have come out 2 years prior, it might have been pretty sweet.
It might have had a chance if it came out when it still looked presentable. It would have looked pretty good for 1997. But now Quake 2 is outdated. Quake 3 is the new hotness, and Unreal is now giving it a serious run for its money. And now, after a 3-year development cycle, nobody gives a shit about Daikatana.
That's so sad.
Now that's not to say it was like a good game beyond that, because it totally wasn't.
Okay.
So just to give you an example, in the first chapter, which is Tokyo in the year 2500 or whatever the hell it is. You start off with a gun, the plasma pistol or the fusion pistol or whatever it's called. It fires a bunch of plasma bursts that ricochet off the environment and can hit you. You're expected to use this against robotic frogs and robotic dragonflies that buzz incessantly around the level. They're very small and very hard to hit. They come directly at you. They don't try to path or dodge or anything, which wouldn't be a problem ordinarily, except every enemy in the game does this. Every enemy in the game is programmed to just come directly at you.
Like mobs at you all the time.
Just right at you.
That's how it works.
It's almost as if he made the player his bitch.
Yeah, so they just line up in a straight line and you just gotta shoot them. And this wouldn't. The weapon that hurts you wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for the fact that I think we talked about this when we were watching the trailer for Doom Eternal, which is that for games like Doom and Quake and Unreal, freedom of movement is a big, big thing. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to circle strafe. You have to be able to move around and not be hit by your weapon that will blast a hole in a brick wall.
Yeah.
Daikatana does not have those environments. Daikatana's environments are very closed in. They're very compact. Rooms are difficult to move around in. You're often forced to wait in a hallway and sort of funnel enemies into a narrow space and pop out and shoot them once in a while.
So not only is there the downside that your weapon can hurt you, there is the 100% chance you're going to do it every time you use it, because everything is so close.
It's almost guaranteed, yes. And that's just the first gun. In the first chapter, you get 6 weapons. Of those 6, one of them does not possess the potential to hurt the player. And it's also stupid. It's called the Shot Cycler. It's a shotgun that fires 6 rounds at a time. You press the left mouse button. Without fail, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can't fire one thing at a time. It'll just fire 6 shots in a row.
At the same target.
At the same target, regardless of whether that target is still alive or not. So it's a massive waste of ammo. It's annoying to use.
And time.
Yeah, and time. It's irritating to use. excuse me. And to top it all off, this is not like isolated. I think with the exception of the third chapter, the medieval, the Gothic fantasy chapter, every chapter has the majority of weapons have the potential to hurt the player.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, this seems like an unnecessary, like a thing to be like, oh, but only the skill players will really appreciate this. Except no one appreciates that.
Nobody does.
I understand that maybe if it were a different environment, like you said, where you had more room to move and it wasn't like going to happen every single time you use one of those weapons. Like,
yeah, look at some of the weapons in Doom where you've got the rocket launcher, you've got the BFG, you've got the plasma rifle, all of which have the potential to hurt the player if fired in close proximity to the player.
Right.
But you'll never find a situation in Doom where you have to hurt yourself with the rocket launcher because there's so much room. Yeah. There's so much space to move around and keep your distance from opponents.
Yeah.
When you fight the Hell Knights at the end of I think chapter 2 of Doom, it's just this gigantic arena with a bunch of pillars. Yeah. All you do is hold the sprint button and circle strafe and keep shooting and dodge their attacks.
Yeah.
And you'll never have to worry about hurting yourself because there's nothing for you to hurt yourself on.
Yeah.
Maybe once in a while, a pillar will, you'll circle strafe behind a pillar and shoot yourself, but that's,
a lot of games that will use weapons that ricochet, they'll have like one weapon that does that. Or it'll be like a secondary fire mode for a weapon, so you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's weird because it takes away choice and creativity of how you play when that's just something you have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's just an annoying thing that's a part of the game and not like a little feature you can choose to use.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a very common complaint when Daikatana first came out, was that it was irritating to play.
Oh God.
The enemies were irritating to listen to, the weapons were irritating to use, the levels were irritating to navigate. Which is strange because, again, John Romero, and this is what's fueled some speculation about like who actually designed these levels and why do they suck when they're allegedly coming from John Romero.
Yeah, like he's the levels guy.
Yeah, one of the theories being that his girlfriend Stevie Case was allowed to design many of the levels, like more than she really had any business doing.
Okay, because it just doesn't feel like him.
Right. John Romero, when Doom was getting real big and magazines were interviewing him and everything, he said he had a set of design rules that are actually pretty good and a lot of people still use today. Like, for instance, change the floor height when you want to change floor textures. So in other words, like a floor at the same level as itself won't just suddenly transition from one texture to another. There'll be like an actual physical divide to accentuate that.
Makes sense.
Making my levels flow so the player will revisit areas several times so they'll better understand the 3D space of the level. Creating easily recognizable landmarks in several places to make navigation easier.
Yeah.
Making sure that if a player can see outdoors that they should somehow be able to get there, whether that's through a secret or through the normal course of the level.
That's a really good rule.
Those are really good tips.
They're really good level design tips, and
he did not use them in the game.
Daikatana uses almost none of them.
That's really odd and suspicious.
Now, this for me was I couldn't find anything to confirm this 100% for sure. But I know for a fact that from watching people play Daikatana, I know that on launch, and I don't know, this didn't factor in any of the reviews I read, which was strange, but I think they just decided to put it down after the single player campaign. At launch, Daikatana's multiplayer would not work over standard TCP/IP, and it got released again into a world in which Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament exist.
Yeah, right.
Which you can play over the internet.
Yeah,
easily, very, very easily.
How is it meant to work? Just LAN or?
Well, it was supposed to work on launch. It didn't, so they had to patch it in. The basic multiplayer in a first-person shooter environment that now is dominated by shooters you can play online. Counter-Strike, Quake 3, Unreal Tournament.
Multiplayer's huge at this time. You almost can't have a first-person shooter that doesn't have it.
Yeah. Daikatana could not understand TCP/IP when it first launched, and it had to be patched. But by that point, people no longer cared. Now, remember that sister studio in Austin?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they were working on what is now remembered as one of the greatest PC games ever made. Later that year, they would show up John Romero's main Dallas office by releasing Deus Ex.
Oh, really?
Which even now is considered one of the greatest PC games ever made, and it's just about as ambitious as Daikatana was. Deus Ex, if there's anyone who hasn't played it, it includes an RPG leveling system. It includes like an inventory. It also includes like maybe the most malleable storyline of any game I've played. It's not even just like there's a good ending or a bad ending. There are several different endings, and the world kind of adapts and changes based on what the player does.
It's like a choose your own adventure video game.
It was huge for the time to have a story with that level of depth, and it's still crazy to think about, because every once in a while, I know a friend of mine, not too long ago, maybe like a year and a half ago, was playing Deus Ex and found that the game had a dialogue tree that accounted for something that she didn't think the game could possibly have accounted for. She decided to take a third option and kill everyone in this one room instead of doing one thing or the other.
Thinking the game would just like glitch out or just use one of the responses to one of the other options.
Right. Yeah. Using the response of killing the one guy that they tell you to kill. Mm-hmm. But instead it acknowledges that she opted to kill everyone and run, and the game acknowledges that with a dialogue tree, and she had never found that before.
That's cool. I mean, it's one of the things that games like to promise, is that there's consequence and like choice in a lot of these kind of games, and that it actually matters. But what it often is a forced two roads, good guy, bad guy,
steamrolled into.
Yeah, you end up playing out one of like 2-3 storyline stuff.
Right.
It's also kind of nice to reward the people playing your game for like doing things and for being creative and like trying different things.
Absolutely. And on top of that, Daikatana's gameplay offered a wide variety. You could be stealthy, you could charge in guns blazing.
You mean Deus Ex?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said Daikatana.
Fuck.
That's okay.
Deus Ex.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're talking about the good one.
The good one.
Right. Deus Ex offers a huge variety of gameplay choices and options, being able to go install. And literally in the very first scene of the game, you're given the choice of like, well, what gun do you use? What gun do you want to use? I can give you this sniper rifle, I can give you this gigantic energy cannon, or I can give you this crossbow. And what you choose, you can hack things to do all that. There's no right way to play Deus Ex, essentially. Yeah. And that was a huge thing for the time, in a time when first-person shooters were still kind of relegated to, like, fire a railgun at your friends online.
You do this thing. This is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge deal. And so that was the only reason. Deus Ex was the only reason Ion Storm lasted for a few more years before finally folding and selling the rights to their games to, I believe, Eidos. I think Eidos holds those rights now. Not just to Daikatana, but also to Deus Ex. Eidos has the Deus Ex franchise now. Deus
Ex is I didn't play all of them, but I played one of them on the Xbox 360.
That might have been Invisible War.
I can't remember what it was called.
Or maybe that was for the original Xbox.
Human Revolution on the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
I think I played that one.
Human Revolution, I liked.
But those games are incredibly cool. I mean, it's like all this fun body augmentation, cyberpunky RPG, shooter stealth type thing.
Oh, it's great. And then on top of it, it's like some really deep conspiracy fiction, which I dig conspiracy fiction. The Assassin's Creed series is really good for that.
Yeah.
But
So they released this, what, the next year? Or
they released this later the same year, in 2000.
showing up the boss is kind of like a bad look. But I mean, if you're going to save the company, do a good job.
They kept Ion Storm going for a few more years. Ion Storm also developed, I want to say, Hexen and Heretic.
Oh, I remember both of those. I really liked Heretic.
Yeah, they didn't do too great. Or maybe it was Anachronox. Maybe Hexen and...
Actually, you know what? I think those are both id games as well.
I think I fucked that up. Anachronox was another big project that they worked on, but they were around for a few more years before they finally ended up folding, because they had spent more money than they ended up making on Daikatana. Deus Ex was such a valuable property by that point that Eidos kind of leapt on that and bought up the rights. And that was the end of Ion Storm. John Romero is still around. John Romero is still he's still a staple. He's still a figure in gaming culture. He actually not too long ago had a YouTube video of himself playing Doom and talking about some of the little development stories that went into creating the first Doom.
No kidding.
And so ultimately, Daikatana now is just kind of remembered as a kind of a cautionary tale, as massive hubris leading to
Don't
an inevitable
fly too close to the sun.
downfall. Sure, but
Also, don't put a theater in your $1 million.
Just don't get a gigantic penthouse for your brand new studio.
That the other problem that came with that, with having your headquarters in Dallas, Texas, is that most of the people involved in this industry are on the West Coast. They're in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley, and so he had to pay to get these people shipped out to Dallas, out to Texas.
So he had to relocate people to hire them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that this would actually go off, and it did go off. It fizzled. It fizzled on release. It was dead on arrival.
I wonder if he makes anything now. If he's doing any actual development of any kind.
Oh, you know what? He is. He's worked with a few game companies since then. I gotta pull up the list. It's on his Wikipedia page because he's been involved in a few things.
Because the thing is, Carmack these days is the guy whose name still he's with Oculus or was with Oculus, so he got a giant visibility boost again. He's the guy that sort of seems the most relevant right now. But I always kind of wondered what
happened to the other Carmack. That poor guy.
Adrian Carmack. Adrian Carmack's still around too, I think.
I'm hearing a lot about John, but poor Adrian.
Adrian Carmack.
No one wants to talk about Adrian Carmack.
Carmack the Lesser. No relation.
No relation.
So let's see. Let's look for this Aladdin game while I have this up.
Was it actually Aladdin or was it just a carpet ride?
It was a carpet ride game. Okay. The character was dressed in that style, but it...
we've got Pyramids of Egypt. We got Crazy Cobra.
Any of these ring a bell?
The official video game of James Clavell's Shogun.
Okay.
Dangerous Dave and the Deserted Pirates Hideout. These are all pre-id.
All really early Romero games?
Yeah, Twilight Treasures. Might and Magic 2. Journey, The Quest Begins. How to Weigh an Elephant. Arthur, The Quest for Excalibur. Pixel
I found it's called Master of the Lamps.
Master of the Lamps.
Master of the Lamps. Do you have what it takes to be the Master of the Lamps?
Doesn't show up here. That's right. Commander Keen was Apogee.
Oh, okay.
He worked with I believe the Carmacks and Tom Hall on these, and then they decided to just go and found id.
Okay. But yeah,
Master of the Lamps.
What would I know of Romero working on now is what I'm wondering, because it just always felt bad that he kind of felt like he faded away.
So he's
I guess with good reason. I don't know.
So he's got his own company now, Romero Games Limited, and they put out a game called Gunman Taco Truck, which I never heard of.
No, I tried to look up images for Master of the Lamps, but I accidentally wrote Master of the Lambs, and I was like, why am I looking at a bunch of lambs right now?
Thanks,
okay.
Google.
You know what? He worked with THQ on Red Faction in 2001.
Oh, that was very cool. Red Faction was a very, very cool game for its time.
Yeah. Destructible terrain.
Yeah, like fully destructible terrain. You could just blow holes into, mountains forever and ever and ever.
He worked with Midway in 2005 on Gauntlet 7 Sorrows and Area 51, as seen in every movie theater lobby in America.
Area 51 was cool.
Yeah. He worked with Ubisoft in 2012 on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Commander.
Nice.
And a bunch of other games I've never heard of. Peddington Park for Zynga, the mobile game developer.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. He republished Dangerous Dave and the Deserted Pirates Hideout in 2015 and has since then worked on Gromskate, Warp Cop 3, Playbarf is the company. The game is July 4th, 1976.
I'm sorry, Playbarf?
Playbarf.
Playbarf.
Yeah, such a well-known company that Wikipedia doesn't even have a link to their Wikipedia page. Now he has his own company, Romero Games Ltd.
Yeah.
And so he's still around. He's still, considered an industry expert. The man made Doom.
Yeah, like the thing is, regardless of having a very large, high-profile flop, you can't take away from the guy the fact that he was one of essentially two gods of PC gaming for like half a decade.
He had a lot of successes before he had that one real bad flop.
He absolutely did. And, to his credit also, you can't have a really big failure like that if you're not trying your damnedest to
strive for something.
You gotta be ambitious. You got to try to do something, new.
Yeah. So
it's really unfortunate that a lot of which was basically, I think, logistical problems.
For sure. And I think, in my opinion, it's not totally fair to blame him or lay the blame squarely on his shoulders or even to really mock him for what Daikatana turned out to be, because he ended up doing a lot more in trying to get to this idea than a lot of people have done.
Yeah, right.
In my time researching this, and watching people play Daikatana, it reminded me too of a few games that have come out, including Deus Ex, since then, that have kind of combined the RPG first-person shooter format. One of the things that came to mind was the Borderlands series, and now I don't have any interest in playing the first one again, but I would really like to start up the second Borderlands again, because that's a good old time.
You know what? I played that for a while, and then I ended up with a corrupt save.
Oh, fuck.
So it's one of those things where I load the game, go as far as I want, save, exit. It never... I'm always back where that save was.
Yeah.
I couldn't save it. Even if you create a new save, it's always the same thing.
It.
Yeah, so I effectively can't play it anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that I think we owe credit to Ion Storm for. If not for Daikatana, then certainly for Deus Ex, is taking first-person shooters to that next level and incorporating elements of other genres and other gameplay mechanics into it to make it something more than just run around and shoot demons with laser guns for arms.
Not following an idea of what a certain type of game is supposed to be so strictly that you don't try new things.
Yeah, kind of thinking out. I do absolutely think that it got a lot of developers to sort of think outside the box when it came to first-person shooters and started trying new things.
We ended up with better shooters as a result. I mean, I don't know how much credit he gets for that, but we ended up with shooters that were more than that had more growth of character. It wasn't just getting more powerful guns and blowing things up bigger. We ended up with a more complex genre. That's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely, we did.
Also, side note, Master of the Lamps was an Activision game.
Activision, gosh.
Master of the Lambs is actually a game?
Master of the Lamps.
Oh, the lamps. Okay.
Master of the Lambs was
Aladdin
just pictures of lambs.
Okay.
But
I thought you found that Master of the Lambs turned out to be a game.
I wish. No, Master of the Lamps was designed by Peter Kaminsky.
Master of the Lambs came out from Ubisoft.
Nice.
I thought it was pronounced Ubisoft.
Oh my god! The one-upsmanship
puns
at
on
this
puns
table.
on puns on puns.
Puns. So that's the story of Daikatana.
That's the rise, the hype, the petering out, and the fall of Daikatana.
It's so sad. It's so sad that, of all the people for it to happen to, it's just like such a tremendous fall from grace, and that's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the addendum to all this that I wanted to add, if you didn't, was that I believe you told us you can still buy this on Steam and play it now.
Daikatana is available for purchase on Steam. I'm pretty sure a few years ago you were able to get it for free.
Oh, really?
Somewhere. Well, because I think that...
Is it one of the ones where like the rights to the game or whatever lapsed because no one actually wanted it?
Yeah.
Well, right, but I think it would be abandonware if it wasn't for the fact that Eidos owns the rights now, and it's still, they're still around and still in business.
Okay.
Daikatana on Steam is $7 right now. I'm not sure if there's a sale on that going on because I never know what the logic of Steam sales is. They just kind of decide to put, whatever the hell.
Yeah. It always seems like just a completely random mixed bag with no theming, and it arrives when it arrives.
Sure. If there is a theme, it'll say it in a big, irritating banner on the top of the client.
Yeah. Spring sale.
The QuakeCon sale.
Yeah.
Only games with bouncing digital boobies.
That's a thing. I mean,
It's totally a thing.
It's a thing.
Don't give me shit for that.
Basically Dead or Alive in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Is all Dead or Alive was about. Is introducing jiggle physics at its best every couple of years.
Daikatana is $7. Reading the game description, there is another really big flaw of Daikatana I forgot to mention, which is your sidekicks. You can't leave the level without your sidekicks. If one of them dies, it's game over.
Oh, no.
Oh, that sucks. Sidekicks always suck.
Escort
Just stop
missions
that.
suck.
Escort missions suck. Their AI is just as bad as the enemies. So often the best thing to do is tell them to wait at the start of the level, go through and kill every enemy in the level, then go back and get them.
Which is
sucks.
stupid.
They are Mikiko Ebihara, and I shit you not, this is this character's actual name. He's a large black man named Superfly Johnson. Just terrible. Bad decision.
Well, you don't have a black friend named Superfly?
So here's the deal. I feel like I don't know when these decisions got made, but I can imagine an increasing pressure and sort of just snap decisions being made as it became clearer and clearer they were farther and farther behind, losing more and more money. The email thing that you mentioned is a horrifying thing to happen to any company. When internal emails reveal to the rest of the world you're falling apart, that's the point where you just start doing shit. You just start making executive.
We just gotta push it through.
We have to make a game. It has to arrive.
Intern number 3 was left with the decision of what to name that character.
Exactly.
Superfly Johnson came up.
Someone just went, we got to give him a name. All right, he's Superfly Johnson.
Now, looking at the reviews of Daikatana on Steam, a lot of the positive reviews are largely based out of nostalgia.
They're all from variations on the name John Romero.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm also learning is that there is a community patch to bring Daikatana to version 1.3, and it addresses a lot of stuff.
Really?
A lot of people. The top rated comment is a positive recommendation from a member of the community patch development team, who admits that Daikatana isn't really playable unless you patch it, unless you get the. Apparently, they worked really hard on this patch to make Daikatana playable, fucking 16 or 17 years after the fact.
Forget Make
sweet.
America Great Again. Make Daikatana playable again.
Make Daikatana playable, period.
Yeah.
That's a really nice idea. That's a labor of love,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I don't know if I'd pay $7 for it. But,
Oh, you have to pay for it?
The community patch is
Oh, for the
presumably
game,
free.
for the game itself, you gotta pay
Gotcha,
$7.
I think I'd probably buy this game and try it out. I'd patch it, but I'd try it out.
If you do, I mean, it's got co-op for you and two friends.
Yeah.
So
You want to take a journey through the worst possible.
Man, you guys might need to bring back the Three Dudes Show, the YouTube channel, temporarily to play that game if you get it.
To suffer through Daikatana.
Yeah.
it would be a hell of an experience. I've played a bit of it before. I didn't end up beating it because I
got too annoyed.
I got irritated with it and I stopped.
Yeah.
But
I can imagine that happening to a lot of people.
But yeah, Daikatana's still around. It's some people consider it a total failure. Some people look at it and say, well, it's, it could use a little polish. It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah,
it's a fixer-upper of a game that had immeasurable hype for a PC game in 1997 and took 3 years to develop.
It's like you buy an old beat up truck or something and you fix her up. It's like
a person who's relentlessly positive who just keeps sounding less and less convinced the more they try to talk something up.
It's like
it's really not that bad.
Fixer upper.
It's like
there's all these things wrong with it.
It's like the little tree in the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
It's not such a bad tree.
It just needs a little tender loving care. So yeah, that's about what I know about Daikatana. Now you know too.
Oh my god, that's a very thorough history of Daikatana.
You were concerned about maybe not having enough or having the right angle, but I think that was great.
That's fantastic.
I was hoping I could find a little more about the exact nature of the delays. I knew I had read somewhere before that they wanted to port the entire thing to the Quake 2 engine like a year into development, which I knew was a big stumbling block. And I was hoping to find more about the exact reasons it was delayed, but unfortunately I couldn't really.
Sometimes the information you want just isn't out there.
A lot of that was probably deliberately confidential.
Sure.
Yeah.
The kind of thing that people knew way better than to talk about.
Yeah. I would dig seeing those leaked emails from 1999 and seeing what kind of light those shed on the saga. But that's what it is. That's about as concise a history of John Romero and Daikatana as I could put together.
That's fantastic.
Let's play some Daikatana, guys.
Let's let's maybe do that sometime.
It sounds not obnoxious at all.
I'm gonna do that when I feel a lot of patience in my system that day. Maybe I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for being so thorough, providing a really cool story for us.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's been a long time. You are one of the three dudes.
I am.
And now all of the dudes three have been on this podcast.
Yeah.
We have. Yeah.
And honestly, I would love to have you come back and do another subject like this. Something that is, especially, you do bring a lot of knowledge about video games. And video games as an industry, just because people are so excited about them and, so passionate about them, I think there's a lot of, like the legend of all those ET cartridges dumped in the desert and stuff like that.
The one that turned out to be true.
Yeah, it turned out to actually be true. Yeah. Like there's a lot of great apocryphal sort of like stories and legends around video games.
Yeah.
And there's so much variety in video games that there's angles on angles on angles that you could take. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might be fun. Might be fun to have Ben and Chris on an episode together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll figure these things out. We don't have to talk about it right now.
So anyway, yes, that has been another episode of Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
Thank you very much. I hear Aubrey back there.
Goose Chase.
My word.
I'm getting a case of the vapors.
We will just power through it.
That's a way to end.
We'll see you next week with another episode of Goose Chase. Thank you very much for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.